These are well, kind of new pigeons to you. Like we said earlier on, we've always looked and studied and tried to find, if it was possible, better pigeons than we already had. And over the years, because we've been fortunate to get friendly with some of the biggest names in Holland and Belgium, it's made our job a little bit harder to keep finding better pigeons. And then we wouldn't say we find better pigeons, but we find alternative pigeons, if you like, which are just as good. But one lot that kept cropping up, we always really fancied going into Germany. We believe that the Germans are very close to the Dutch and Belgian borders, if you like. So it's easy for them to go into Holland and buy some really good pigeons, and they have done over the years. The likes of Gunther Prang and people like him have bought some really good pigeons out of Holland. And Germans have got a very similar terrain to our own. You know, they've got mountain passes and valleys, and so it's a bit of an harder terrain. The pigeons have to be a little bit more smart to win. So we set our stall up to try and find who we thought might be good in Germany. And one name really kept coming back at us. I mean, we knew the name of Drockamp, but these were more longer distance pigeons. But we heard the name Drapa lots of times. And we heard about a pigeon called Flitzer and a pigeon called the Champ. And we thought we'll have to go and give this a look. So once again, we've done exactly the same as we've always done for the last 10 years. We went to the German show at Kessel, introduced ourselves to Drapa, told him what we were about with Northern Premier Auctions, asked him would he be interested in promoting himself in the UK, would he have an auction with us. After a while he agreed to the auction. Again, exactly the same criteria, we got the pigeons over, all the breeding records, all the pedigrees, we wrote the sales list. So again, it really struck out like a sore thumb how good he had a pigeon called Champ, how good that pigeon was. And especially the parents of Champ, what they call as a Königan pair, the Königan couple, the king and queen. We just, when we were looking, we said, you know, we'll have to go and have a look at these. So when we got the pigeons over for the sale, we were really impressed with them. You know, like we were when we first went to buy Bertie campuses years before, we were really impressed with the pigeons. Our stamp of pigeons, really intelligent, calm, fantastic body, beautiful muscle structure. I mean, the muscles on them are fantastic. So we set about, we then heard, we could have done with it a year earlier really. We heard that he'd already done a deal to sell the Champ to China. So we kind of rushed it, we went over there, me and Ray went, and we invested, you know, a large sum and bought as many of these best pigeons as we could. Then we're getting 5 direct from the Champ. He had another super cock called Karl, which was the national ace pigeon of all Germany. It won the Derby race in the 70,000, it won a car. He's bred some super pigeons, we bought direct, he's a brother to Champ, we bought direct out of him. With other brother Leonidas, and then we were lucky enough to get 2 direct from the #1 couple, which are now, they're not fertile anymore. We bought the last ever daughter of the Königan couple from 2009. So we were really lucky. But again, because of the business we did with Drapa, selling the pigeons in the UK for him, we became friendly. We got to get pigeons that no one else would have got. We know 100% that no one else would have bought that daughter of the Königan couple, because it wasn't for sale. It wasn't generally up for sale. It took us a year to badger him and badger him and badger him again to get that hen. But some of the cocks, some of the pigeons we bought are phenomenal. So, and we're looking to complement our own team with a totally different line of pigeons with the same structure. And this is the nearest thing we've ever come to him over the last 3 or 4 years. He's a direct son of the Champ. His mother is, if you look at his ring number, Steve, they all start with 01769, but he's the last 4 numbers on him. What's his 4 numbers, Steve?
It's 1547.
Yeah, 1547. He's a direct son of Champ, when Champ was paired to Miss Olympic. Miss Olympic won the first prize from 9,000. His mother won a first prize from 9,000, a first prize from 5,500, a third prize from 5,000, a second prize from 7, a second prize from 9,000, a third from 13,000. Really good performance, but he paired to the best breeding pigeon in his lot, which is Champ.
This is something special though, this one.
Yeah, he's a real pigeon.
Phenomenal pigeon. Have you had this into the other lines, what we previously
spoken to? Well, this is one of the biggest...
is it basically...
No, it's only 2010 pigeon.
Yeah, so you had the time yet.
No, this is probably the biggest disappointment of our decision to no longer continue with the partnership, is we haven't really had a good chance. I mean, we invested a lot of money on the Drapa pigeons and brought in some real pigeons. We can't get again because Champ now lives in China. We can't get these pigeons ever again. So that's the biggest disappointment. I mean, it's a sad day for us when our pigeons get sold. So it's 18 years of hard work that's going to go all over, probably all over the world. But one of the saddest things for us is we haven't seen the true fruition of these pigeons.
Yeah.
And we invested a big chunk of time and a big chunk of money to bring them in to test against our own. The early signs are fantastic. We've already had in 1 year a first national winner, 2 first fed winners, a first open in a 2-bird race, and a first open combine 5,800 pigeons from them sons of Drapov. From them sons of champions
This is
of Drapov.
a phenomenal pigeon.
He's better fed winner, he's already better
You
winner.
can see in his intelligence in his head, Les. You can see all characteristics of him and the vitality in him and how he looks at you. And he's such a retained, friendly
Well, one thing about him, Steve, was, again, he was generally not for sale.
beautiful pigeon.
We went to Andreas, we picked him at 70 pigeons. He had 70 pigeons in 2 different lots. And he said, pick the one you want the most. And that's the one we wanted the most.
I mean, look.
Out of 70 pigeons.
Look how calm he is.
Oh,
Look how
they're all like that.
sitting in my hand, not even putting my hands on him. Look.
He's a real
So
pigeon.
content.
He's a real pigeon.
It's just lovely pigeon. That's fine as a specimen. Brilliant. Like you say, it'll be a sad day when you have to let him go.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't keep him. This is another direct son of champ. He's a little bit on his mother's side. His mother is a daughter from the Flitzer.
So is it half brother to that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mother's a daughter of the Flitzer. The Flitzer was another super pigeon. He won 9. Well, he won about 14 prizes, but won 9 massive first. If you look at the prize of the Flitzer, first 9,000, first 9,000, first 7,000, first 13,000. Middle distance racing, absolutely phenomenal. Him and the car of the champ were 3 phenomenal pigeons. And the Flitzer now lives in China, so you cannot get them from it. So, this pigeon, he's for one of the nicest of what we got from Drapov. But he's already a father from first combine in a yearling cock. So they won first 5,887 birds this year. He's the 1489, son of champ with a daughter of Flitzer. But again, Steve, you'll notice they're exactly the same build-up, make-up as our own pigeons from all them years ago.
Beautiful balanced pigeons, aren't they?
So you find this.
Slightly a bit narrow, beautiful balance, and exactly slightly a bit narrower across shoulders than the other.
That comes from the Flitzer.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It depends on what ends.
That
The ends is first ways.
The Flitzer was very much like him. Very much the same build as him.
Yeah.
It really takes after the line of his mother.
Of his mother. Well, the cock, does he take more to champ side? The
Oh, the blue cock very much
previously
like
before
champ.
this one.
But when you're on the list cock, he's like the first pigeon. He's his cousin.
But again, as you can see, look, so calm and relaxed, Les. Look at that. So calm and relaxed, so content in your hand. And remember, I'm only a stranger older than him, and both our brothers are doing exactly the same.
The thing is, we've got to emphasise, Steve, is you've been over since 2009, 2008, 2007. We've been to a lot of lots. Now, we do maybe 10 auctions a year for different fancies in Belgium and Holland.
Yeah.
And they're the biggest names in the game. We've been to their lots every year. And we bought 1 or 2 at the auction, not like we used to buying 5, 6 and 8s. We bought 1 or 2. It's the last 6 or 8 years, it's been a long time since something has excited us like these did. And we bought 16 of them, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is from Champ's brother. This is the direct son of Carl. When Carl was coupled with a daughter of the Champ, a double granddaughter of Champ.
So it's quite line bred, that one then.
Yeah, he is. He's a 1075. When we had the very first sale for Andreas in 2010, he sent a draft over. We had direct sons of Champ, direct sons of Poker Face, which is a son of Champ, direct children from Carl, and we had him again in our loft for 6 weeks. And this and its nest sister were for us the pick of the loft, the pick of the entire auction. He was lot number 8 in the sale, and we bought him ourselves. We tried to buy his sister, but to be honest, it went very, very expensive, the sister. And a friend of ours bought it. But he's a direct son of Carl and a double grandson of Champ. He's the 1075. Super pigeon, isn't it?
Super pigeon.
He's got everything, Steve. Everything you could possibly wish for on a pigeon. He's got it. He's got the character, he's got the breeding, He's got the balance. He's got the
They've
fantastic
all got
wing.
them same, like yellow eyes as well. All the
But you look at his back wing and you look at the length of his wing, everything about him, Steve. You feel the muscle tone, you see the vibrancy in his muscles. He's trembling all the time.
trembling.
Yeah, he's brilliant. They're all the same. You feel the vent bones on him. They're really strong and tough. The vent bones are always touching and they're solid underneath. Steve.
Yeah.
Got fantastic constitution. You can understand why ANDREAS DRAPA wins what he wins. When you buy one or two pigeons from somebody, it's difficult to understand the quality that they have.
To these and,
You go back to the old Janssen line.
So back to old
Yeah.
Janssen, because you did previously mention you like the Janssen pigeons, the old
Yeah.
line. So you're going for the same stamp of pigeon, and hopefully all the names of these, all these top names what you're fetching from first place is only the man's name in say Holland or Belgium or whatever.
Yeah.
But they all go back to the old Janssen lines.
Yeah, but one thing they've all got in common, they're all big performance lofts.
Yeah, so that's why you've gone to it first place. Lovely pigeons though. Alright.
When you look at the wing, honestly, the ventilation, the last 3 flights of all of them,
Yeah.
and the length of the last 3 flights in all of them, and the length of the wing in general. You know, we like a pigeon. When you look at pigeon, we like the wings to come right down to the black on the tail. We like that black bit to be as black as possible. We really look for pigeons with a real lush plumage. You know, the feathers can't be sparse. They really have to be deep in colour. And that for us shows a lot of vigour. And we will not bring a pigeon unless it contains them qualities.
Yeah.
That's one of the and it's got a fantastic feather quality. It's got a superb balance, and every one of the DRAPA pigeons have got it. You know, it really have. The champ bred a pigeon called Poker Face. Poker Face is the latest superstar, really. He's got 12 first prizes, Poker Face. And he's also the sire of a pigeon called Hero, which as a yearling won 9 first prizes. He's a full brother to Hero. He's a son of Poker Face. His mother and the mother of the 1075 are sisters.
Like you say, you've only had them like they're only 2-year-old now, so you've
Yeah,
not
so yeah,
really,
second
you've not
year,
really
yeah.
had the proper chance to try them.
No,
Have you?
the early indications.
It was late when we got them, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was some of them.
In the day, I think.
When did we go? So it was September or November we went.
September, I think. No, it was late.
When them houses got blown up.
Yeah, it was about.
We got a phone call, wasn't we? We was driving to Germany. Are we alright? We lived in Ireland.
Yeah.
So one of the houses blew up here.
Yeah,
Did they?
explosion,
Sister
yeah,
phone
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're alright. Yeah, we're alright.
It's not a war zone. Not a war zone, not like that. It was a gas explosion.
Just round the corner from here, wasn't
They blew all the houses up with Steve.
Lovely stamp of pigeons.
He breeds a nice stamp.
Yeah.
This is his sister. Again, you know, when you only breed 1 or 2 pigeons in from a loft, it's hard to judge the quality. But when we breed 16 and 17, 18 pigeons from the loft on the same line, then you understand clearly why the loft is as successful as it was DRAPA's. Because when he's racing pigeons like these in abundance, you know, he's got dozens and dozens of them. He can't help but win. But these are like when our race team. When we send our race, we know if the pigeon's around, we're going to get one because we've got so much quality within the team. And it's the same for DRAPA. When he's sending a team of pigeons like that to a race, he knows he's going to get one because the quality's too good. So that's a sister to the last one. This is 1052. The last one was 1051.
Yeah.
She's 1052. She's a daughter of Poker Face and Rihanna. So her mother is a double granddaughter of the champ, and her father is Poker Face, a direct son of champ. So she's very inbred to the champ. But
Very inbred and very line bred to all the best lines, aren't
yeah,
they?
to the Königsbach couple. But for us, she's the best one we bought.
This one,
She's the best one we brought in.
this is,
She's special.
you've just took words out of my mouth, even though I don't know family of pigeons. This is, we had learned, this has been my pigeon.
Well, like you said, we bought 8 from Henry of Envoy, we had 1 left.
Even though they're all lovely pigeons, and the first one, the blue cock,
Yeah.
there's something, like you say, about this pigeon.
The blue cock we give you first is a good pigeon.
Yeah, the first one, the blue cock, and this one I've got now.
Well, like I said before, we bought 8 from Henry of Envoy, we've got 1 left. We bought 24 from Bertie Canvas, we've got 1 left.
Yeah.
We bought a lot from Peter Van der Merwe, we've got 2 left.
Like, yeah, the black cock and that, yeah.
Yeah,
But like I
one
mentioned earlier, it's that best one you're looking for, Les, in every family, from every top name, such
Well, I
as
think-
yourselves,
You know, the time would have told.
all put together.
Time would have been
And
the
again, look
answer.
at this one, look. The blue cock and his half brother, the first 2 pigeons I handled off this breed, and look what she's doing, exactly the same. so content in your hand and that.
Would you say that was its nest mate?
Their nest builders.
Well, obviously they've got different eyes.
The head's totally different.
Yeah, but the head's totally different altogether.
When he breeds them with easy. And she breeds them.
Yeah, but it depends, like you say, it depends what's been put into, what genetics you take back to, innit, Ray?
There's strength in the pigeons.
Yeah.
You can see it when they pass it on. Something they pass on. He passes his.
What I like about them and all, Ray, they've both got that nice white rump.
Oh yeah.
I like to see that in a good family of pigeons, a white rump back, and like Les previously said, the black.
Yeah,
the deep black on the tail.
You can go in our loft. There's 100 jumps on the lot in the shed. There's 10 of them in there. You could pick them 10 out in a minute.
Yeah.
They're so they're so much.
So much alike from the other families.
They really are
Stand out,
consistent all the time. One of the biggest compliments you've ever been paid is when the Dutch clients have come here and looked at when they come over for their auction. They obviously come and look at our pigeons.
Yeah.
And for us, we watch their face, and when we see their eyes. And then they talk about us in Dutch, and they think, these really have got good pigeons, these guys. Yeah. And they say over dinner tonight, we didn't realise how good a pigeon you really have got. Well, we know, because we go to a lot of lofts. And you can get a little carried away. When you're in Holland for 4 and 5 days, you get carried away with what you loft visits every day. You come home and you pick your pigeons up. You think to yourself, truthfully, between the three of us, we're true to each other. So did you see anything better than what we've got here? And the answer is no, we never. But we did when we went to Drapas. That was a different. He had some truly wonderful pigeons.
Yeah, beautiful pigeons.
Yeah. Well, you get carried away when you go abroad. But when we've come home and we've looked at what we've got, we have our own pigeons. It's a true question we've asked ourselves: are they better than what we've got here? And the answer has been no, they're not really. You take your own pigeons for granted sometimes, and it's important that you remember what you've got in your own loft and make sure you get the best out of them.
Yeah.
This is a special hen. This is the hen that was never for sale. It took us a year to buy this off Andreas, because you can understand why. The Champ is his most famous and his most favourite pigeon. The Champ's number was 638. She's the last daughter to ever come off the pair.
And I bet is her ring number 638.
Her number 638.
No, he's going to get special ring. Job, hasn't he? Yeah.
So she's from 2009. And she was the last daughter to ever come off the famous Königsbach couple. But because of our friendship, and that's exactly what he said at the end of it all, he said, listen, it's more about friendship than it is about anything else. And if you're that serious that you want that hen, then you have to have it. And they give it us. That's how we got together. So she's the last daughter of the Königsbach couple. There's not many of them pigeons in England.
No.
Yeah, she's not far off laying, so be careful. The golden egg, Steve.
Beautiful pigeon again, isn't she?
Yeah, she's on 2 big young as well. She's all staying crazy these days.
Our aim was, for our future, obviously, before we decided we were going to sell all the pigeons, our aim was, that's why we got so many from the Champ and Carl. Our aim was to inbreed with them Drapa pigeons and get a real nice type to put onto our Merlin pigeons and create a real, because they're very similar stamp and feather, the feather quality of the stamp, everything about them being very much like the Merlin pigeons, but a totally different bloodline. And it would have been fantastic for us in 3 or 4 years' time to see what would have come out of them. I mean, the early indications are, we've done it with a few last year, and the early indications were brilliant. The end result was exactly what we were looking for. And we said, in 3 years' time, we got a lot of pigeons like that, we're going to be unbeatable. But through circumstances now, it's not going to happen, is it? And the old saying, Steve, our loss will definitely be somebody else's gain. It's just a pity that they might get broken up into many different lots. If somebody could buy all them pigeons in one hit, all them Drapa pigeons, they'd never look back, because they had a truly class team of pigeons. What we brought, because when we went through all these pigeons, they weren't at auction, all of them. We went through his entire lots on a whole weekend, choosing the ones with Andreas' advice, hand picking the ones we wanted. It wasn't, oh, they're yours in the basket, you take them. So it's like, well, what is it? Well, let's have a look what's for sale. And we looked at them and said, well, let's have a look at the ones you kept for yourself. And he kind of said, no, well, they're the ones we want to buy, they're the ones we want. And that's what we did. We went in his breeding loft and picked out the yearlings that he put in the breeding lofts of his own boxes. They're the ones we picked, they're the ones we brought home.